Hey guys, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. I had been planning this video for a little while and I just kept dragging my feet with it, and now with everything that's been going on, I just feel like it's the perfect time to share with you kind of my prayer and devotional routine. Now, I'm not perfect at this. I do fall in and out of the habit of doing it, and I tend to fall asleep saying my prayers, but that doesn't mean that I don't try, and that doesn't mean that I don't want to spend more time with God. And I feel like a lot of people right now are really unsure, they're really scared, and now is the perfect time to strengthen your relationship with God. So I have a couple things that I use. My prayer journal I got from Amazon. I talked about that in my Amazon favorites I did recently. I really love it because it gives you a place for the day's verse, what you're thankful for, asking God to teach you certain things, and then prayer requests. So it's not that you couldn't do those things on your own, but I think it's nice to have a place to write them down, to really stop and reflect every day. And it gives you something to look back on later on after time has passed. You can actually look back in your prayer journal and see the way that God has moved in your life. I have used different devotionals in the past. Right now I'm working through Hearing His Voice devotional. So I will read the devotional for that day. I'll copy the Bible verse down, and then I will fill in the verse that's in the devotional that day, asking God to teach me certain things, listing my things that I'm thankful for, and then any prayer requests that I have. And I feel like whether you have a prayer journal or just a piece of paper or just something you do in your mind, I think it's really important to every day try to think about things that you're grateful for, and then asking God for what you need and what you want. He wants to hear from you. He wants to know your heart. He already knows it, but He wants you to tell Him what you want. And I think that's really a nice way to do it, and it's been really a fun part of my nighttime routine to sit down and read my devotional and then write down all the things that I want to tell God and ask God in my prayer journal. So I highly encourage you guys to really spend some time with God every day. It doesn't have to be at night. It can be in the morning. It can be on your lunch break. Just so that you're spending time with God, I think you really will find that it does make you happier. It gives you more peace in any situation, but especially right now when a lot of people are so on edge. So I highly recommend you try it and see how it works for you. The other thing I have to say about prayer is I feel like there's two different types of prayer. There's passive prayers and active prayers. So passive prayers to me are just little things that you say to God all throughout the day. Whether it's something you just want to tell Him, or you recognize a blessing as it happens and you thank Him right then and there for it. Or if it's a prayer request that you have, you don't have to wait to write it down or wait till you say your prayers for the night. And then I do have the active prayer where I'm actually stopping to pray and spend some time talking to God. So to me, that's kind of the different types of prayer that I recognize in my own life. And whether you do one more than the other, that's fine. God wants to hear from you no matter what, no matter when, no matter how small it might seem or how hopeless it might seem. He still wants to hear from you. He wants to have the chance to change your life and move in your life, and He's not going to be able to do that if you don't give Him the opportunity, and if you're not paying attention to His blessings, you're not paying attention to all the things you have to be thankful for. And I think especially right now with everything that's going on in the world, a lot of us have been able to very quickly realize how much we have taken for granted. All of the blessings that God gives us every single day that we just get up and do, they're not that easy right now. A lot of people don't have jobs they can go to. People are having a hard time finding food. Something so simple to us, to most of us who are blessed enough to have access to all those things. Now that it's not so easily available, I think you probably will find that you're realizing that we take so many things for granted. If nothing else, maybe this whole situation will teach us to be more aware of our blessings, no matter how small they might be. Like I said, I'm not perfect at this. There are definitely nights that I don't do my prayer journal. There are many, many nights that I fall asleep saying my prayers, and I keep waking up all throughout the night trying to finish my prayers, and I'm half the time not making any sense. But I know God understands, and I just want to try to do better with that. I want to try to be better about spending time with Him. So however you can make it work in your schedule to make more active time with God, and then remembering to spend some passive time with Him, to thank Him throughout the day for all the blessings that you see, and to talk to Him throughout the day with things that you would tell your best friend or your mom or your dad or your sister. God wants to hear from you. He wants a relationship with you, and He wants you to talk to Him. Nothing is too small. And if it matters to you, then it matters to God. So don't ever forget that. You always have somebody to talk to with God. He's not going to ever ignore you, even though you may think He is. He's not. He's not ever going to make fun of what you say, what you think, what you're worried about. He's not ever going to mock you for your fears. He is always there to listen. You just have to do your part by talking to him and continuing to grow a relationship with him and learning more about him. The more you talk to him, the more you will hear his voice. I promise. You guys give it a try. If you have fallen away from God, or you feel like your relationship's not as strong as you want it to be, spending time talking to him and getting to know him and being willing to listen when he talks, your life will completely change. So I just want to encourage you guys, no matter what you're going through, God is there for you. So I hope this video was helpful and encouraging to you guys. I will have the prayer journal and the devotional linked in the description box to you guys that I'm using right now. That does not mean you have to use those. Those are just the ones that I have right now. And I will also link my favorite devotional for moms. I've read through it twice now and I love it. So I will link that for you guys below as well. I hope you all stay happy and healthy and safe. And don't forget that you matter to God. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.